Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we'll be looking at chipping. We'll be looking at the basic technique and trying to keep that basic for all your shots. We'll look at two principles. These are important to understand to help with the contact on your chip shots. From there we'll look at two different faults that I generally see from most golfers and give you drills to fix those. After that we'll give you a couple of practice games to work on sharpening up your chipping. With the basic chipping technique, we will start with the setup. We would like a stance slightly narrower than shoulder width. We would like the golf ball to be positioned in the middle of your stance. From there we can put a touch of weight to the left, so feeling 60% weight on the left, 40 on the right. It's more of a feeling where we're just slightly left. We would then grip down on the golf club. So holding lower on the club helps you reduce the speed that it goes and helps you control these delicate chip shots. From there are three key parts to the action. We'd like a stable lower body. So once you've set yourself up into position, try to keep your lower body very stable throughout the action. We would like to feel the chest and shoulders control the movement. And then through the action we want to have very stable wrists. The first ball position we'll look at is in the center. That's your standard position. From there you can change that. We can move the ball further right. That promotes a steeper angle of attack. If you have, say, a bad lie, if the ball's sitting down, if it's in the rough slightly or sitting in a small divot, you can put the ball further right. A steeper angle of attack helps you hit golf ball, then turf. If we move the ball then slightly further left of center, that promotes a shallower strike on the golf ball, where you can sweep the ball away a little more. You would use this for a higher, floatier shot. The second principle is your weight distribution. In the basic technique we said 60% left. Now we're going to add more to the left and that will promote a steeper angle of attack. You can use this from the rough or if the ball's sitting down a bit of divot. That promotes a steeper angle of attack where you can hit down. The other option is to have your weight even, 50-50 on both feet. That promotes a shallower sweeping angle of attack. You can use that from fluffier lies if you're just trying to sweep the ball away. I would master the basic technique. Build up confidence that your basic technique is good. From there you can start to look at these principles and adapt that to different lies. So the first most common fault that I see is leaning back. So through the action, leaning more weight to the right. That happens when a golfer is trying to help the ball get up in the air, trying to get the club to go underneath the golf ball. That promotes hitting the ground first and hitting high on the golf ball. It's very difficult to strike the golf ball well and consistent on chipping if you're leaning back on it, hanging back. A good drill to fix this hanging back and trying to move the club underneath the golf ball is to split your stance. Put the ball in line with your left foot, move onto your right toe, and this is going to get you to stabilize the lower body. It teaches you that you don't need to lean your weight to the right as you hit the shot. So if your weight stays stable on the left leg, use your chest and shoulders to turn. You'll get a great feeling of that stability and you'll be surprised how good you can strike your chip shots. Fault number two is scooping. It comes from the same thought process that we're trying to slide the club underneath the golf ball. We don't need to do that. We don't need to go under the ball to hit the ball high. In the strike, we're looking to hit ball, then grass. If you do use your hands too much, you add a lot of loft. I think that's where people use that thought of trying to get the ball high, but we're not looking for that. The drill to fix this, we're trying to reduce the risk here. We place a cane on the left side of your grip. It does feel a bit tricky with your hands, but just get comfortable with it, find a good position. You'll see the cane is sticking out my left side. In the action, we don't want the stick to hit us. If it hits you, it's because you're trying to use your wrist too much, you're trying to scoop. So if this stick misses you on the follow through, it's because your wrists are much more stable. This practice game is using a string line. So we have that straight line, and the goal is to land the ball on the line. It's very tough, it will take you some time, but very good for sharpening up your accuracy and your action. First thing, it's very good for your foot alignment. You have something to refer to, that your toe line will be parallel to the string. You can check your club face at 90 degrees to the string line. And then in your action, it gives you a good idea of the direction your club moves on the backswing. We don't want the club to be moving outside in the action. We don't want the club head to be moving inside your hands in the action. That can get the ball starting to the right. But we're looking for the club head to be matching up with your hands during the backswing. Have a few tries and see if you can land on the string. This practice game, we're trying to land the ball in the hole. We're trying to slam dunk the shot. So this teaches you to land the ball on your landing area when you're hitting your chip shots. It's very difficult, but spend some time, see if you can make one. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you learn more about your chipping. Please subscribe to learn more about your golf.